Well, good evening, Truck and Tractor Pool fans. Man, have we got a lot of stuff to talk about tonight. We got our famous, world famous co-host, Kendra Barnhart. And we won't crack any jokes on her right now, but
they're coming.
but they're definitely coming tonight later in the show. When we talk about Mont Alto tonight, we'll recap that event for you later. Right now, we have live from the Union County West End Fair, we have Joey Radel. Has joined us tonight. They are actually pulling Pace Farm tractors right now, and he's came on and he's going to give us a rundown about the rest of the week, how the show went last night. And surprisingly, I know we got a ton of rain. I know they're further north and to the west of us, and I know they didn't get the rain we got, thank goodness, or I don't think they'd have pulled last night. But they did get the show off without a hitch. So if he's still here, I'm assuming he's still here somewhere. You here with us, Joey? Okay, Joey.
Yeah, I'm here.
How you doing, my buddy?
Good. How about you?
I can't complain, man. So the floor is yours. You get us up to date on what's going on there at Laurelton and what we can expect the rest of the week.
I mean, yeah. Oh, well, if I can figure out my phone, as everyone can see, we're out here pulling. I'm sitting in the tractor trying to be a little more in a room that's quiet, since obviously it's a fair, so there's noise everywhere. But yeah, we started here Sunday. They had garden tractor pulls here Sunday during the day, and then kitty pedal pulls Monday night. Which, by the way, I did not pedal pull.
Now, just a minute. Now, that's not what I heard. I heard you and Lucas had a bet going on.
I won, of course.
Okay, that's not what Lucas said,
pull,
but okay.
But he won.
Yeah.
Now then, yesterday we had our truck pull. I mean, I know my phone was blowing up all day Monday and yesterday morning. Oh, are the truck pulls still on? Are you guys going to cancel or reschedule? And it's like, well, I mean, the rain's supposed to be out of here by 2-3 o'clock, and I mean that's exactly what happened. I mean, it rained all day Tuesday. I left my house, and I'm only 30 minutes from here, and we had
Lucky
an inch.
you.
And here at the West End, they only had 9/10. So by the time I got here, I left a little after 2, and it just stopped raining at my house, and they said it stopped raining here about 1 o'clock. So by the time I got over here, everything was already basically dry. I mean, it hasn't rained in over a month, so everything dried up like that. And they were getting the track ready, and a small light shower came through, so we got the track covered back up. But then we went right back to putting the track together, and they started at 6:30 with the truck. So then tonight is obviously light farm tractors. Tomorrow's going to be more light farm tractors with the interstate mini mods and interstate small blocks. And then obviously Friday night is the East Coast event with the Pro Stock, Super Stock class, modified 4-wheel drives, the Pro Stock 4-wheel drives, the 2-wheel drives, and then the semis. And then Saturday during the morning are the pace classes, the heavy farm pace classes. And then Saturday night is a mixture of interstate and Snyder County classes. But I guess I can do a little recap of last night, since we actually had our point series pool last night.
Before you get into that, real quick, Joe, your Saturday morning, you say you run a heavy pace classes. How many do you expect? How long is that show? What time does that start? I wonder.
So we start at 10, and there is 10,000, 12,000, 14, 16, and a 17. So 5 classes. Usually the first class only has about 10 to 15 maybe in it. And then the rest of the day is usually anywhere from high 20s to high 30s.
Okay.
So we're usually pulling till about 2-3 o'clock. And I know the past few years now, me and I'll ride home with DJ. Since he only lives 10 minutes from the track, we'll ride back to his place, grab a shower, and come right back here to the grounds by 4 o'clock and help get ready for Saturday night.
Okay. I just didn't know how big of a show. Well, it's big enough. That's for sure. That's good. Okay.
And actually tonight, like I told you guys earlier, in their first class is a 4,500-pound class. They only had 24 in. But I think right now they're in the 55, and they have 45 tractors in it.
Oh boy! Wow.
So they're gonna have a long night of pulling.
You bet.
But yeah, I can do a little recap of what happened yesterday.
It's all yours, man. You talk about whatever you got to say about the fair pool and whatever. You just have at it. It's all yours.
So I mean, they had a decent turnout for their street gas trucks. I'm not too sure who won. I don't have the results up. And their street diesel, they only had like 4 or 5. I know one of the track crew members, he actually won it. Jerry Johnson, he won the class. Then we went to the modified gas trucks, which there's 2 classes of those and a mixture of big blocks and small blocks. And Mike Mitchell was the man and took home both the wins. Mm-hmm. And then for our 3.0 limited pro class, Leroy Walker, he took home the win, and that was his 3rd win of the season here with Snyder County.
Yeah, he's on a good roll, isn't he?
Oh yeah, he's only missed 1 hook so far here with us. I mean, I talked to him last night. He's like, I really wish I would have signed up for points. But no, it went him, and then Jason Heimbach, and then Chuck Dutter, and then our 2.6 smoothbore class. Carson Stauffer took home the win. He had a monster run and just missed the sand pile by an inch.
Oh wow!
So I'm looking at the distances. He was almost 330 feet. Holy cow!
Wow.
I'll tell you what, the crowd they all went nuts when he had that run. So if somebody has that Friday and Saturday night, expect the crowd to go nuts.
Great.
And then it was Brandon Fink and Kyler Zeckman, all local boys. So it was a tough class of 15 trucks. I know even Tommy Hassler, he came up and he pulled with his work stock truck in there, and I think he got 5th if I remember right.
Yep, you're right. 5th place.
So, it was a good night. They had, I forget how many hooks they had, but we pulled for, I want to say 3.5 hours. So.
See, I'm counting them up for you. You're already up to 40 hooks.
There was at least 10 in a class except for the work stock, diesel, 3.0, and the Rung What You Brung, I think.
So yeah, it looks like just over 70 hooks. So that was a really good night of pulling.
And for a weeknight too.
Yeah, especially for a Tuesday night.
That's great support. That's what we like to hear. How was the crowds, Joey? Pretty good so far?
It's been about average. I asked DJ what he thought of the past few nights, and he said it's usually about the same as the previous year. So, I mean, they're expecting more of a bigger turnout, obviously Friday and Saturday night when everyone has more free time or looking for the weekend. So
yeah, I'm sure the crowd's definitely Friday and Saturday will be. They're usually, I know our East Coast show there, the crowd is usually really, really good. And I'm sure, being Saturday night, I'm sure the interstate event draws a pretty good crowd too. So, yeah.
Oh, I know I talked with Lucas, and his big worry is they're going to run out of parking for putting vehicles to park to come in.
That's a good problem to have.
So basically, when they run out of parking out in the fields out there for the fans and spectators coming to the fair, I guess you just got to find where you can park and go from there.
I would say the side of the road is going to get real busy. There's a couple of roads there. They're going to use it, I'm sure. So.
Good thing the Amish and Mennonites all ride bicycles.
Yeah, that's a good problem to have.
More people to ride their bikes if they can.
Yeah, walk.
Yeah, get your exercise in the night, folks.
Sure. It's supposed to be nice the rest of the weekend, so why not?
Yeah. Well, I'm glad to hear that. I mean, you hate to run out of parking, but like I say, it's a good problem to have, and there's a lot of places that would love to have that problem. So that's great.
I think they really. I mean, I know like Dennis and Lucas, and a lot of people are really glad that it's been great so far. I mean, I know they were expecting a little more because of being the only fair going on. But like I said, I think with just being weeknights, it's a little hard for people in work and maybe even financially too. Who knows?
Right.
Now the fair is fairly cheap to get into, isn't it? Isn't it only like $5 to get in at the gate?
I think it's $5 a night.
Wow, that is cheap. Holy moly!
Yeah,
and that gets you everything.
Probably the cheapest tractor pull around.
Yep. And actually, everything here at the fair is a go, like entertainment, rides, food, and everything. So, like, I know some people weren't thinking certain things would happen, but everything's happened so far.
Oh, so you still have stage shows and everything, entertainment shows?
Oh, yep. There's somebody over there performing right now, I'm pretty sure. I heard him earlier practicing, so.
Okay. Awesome. Good.
Because I know they had a band in Sunday night and then Monday and Tuesday. And they have a band every night, basically, so I just don't know who they are.
You're telling me I should have just planned to have the whole week up there then.
Should have.
Maybe next year. We'll see. It's hard to get away for 2 days, let alone a whole week. But
hopefully next year is a normal year.
Yeah, let's hope. I got my fingers crossed. You bet. But, well, that's great, man. Yeah, your crowds are. I'm surprised that they're not up, really, because really there's nothing else going on, and realistically, it's really not that big of a drive, No. Even for me, I mean, you look at it on the map, you say, man, that's going to be a 3 or 4 hour drive, but it's 2 hours and 10, 2 hours and 15 minutes. No heavy traffic. I'm there. From here, it's amazing how quick you can get there. So, man, come out and support these guys, folks. I mean,
I know they said their numbers were a little down on Tuesday night, but I think some of it had to do with the whole weather concerning people. So,
mm-hmm.
But other than that, I think the rest of the week will be really good.
Yeah, and probably not real hot. I mean, it's going to be warm, I'm sure, but not real terribly bad.
What I saw is just supposed to be in the 80s. I mean, tonight was actually nice. It had a little breeze and it wasn't real humid or anything. So,
yeah. Actually, down here we had a pretty good breeze, and the humidity seemed like it was down. Thankfully, for a change, and it was quite comfortable enough to go out and weed eat a while. So, wasn't too bad.
But no, I know they haven't heard any complaints yet about this week, so
that's good. I expect a lot of pullers. I don't know how many will travel, so to speak, but I think we'll have a pretty good turnout of pullers both shows coming up. And of course, you have Interstate tomorrow night too. Small block 4x4 trucks. You'll probably get a field of at least 9, I would say, Kendra, of those trucks.
Yeah, probably the small block trucks will be 9 or 10, and then I'd say in the mini rod classes there'll probably be 8, 9, 10 in each of those classes.
Easily.
As well.
The small block class was 11 deep at Mont Alto with 3 exhibition vehicles on top of that. So, yeah, that'll be a pretty big class, I'm sure, there. And I think there's some mini pullers around that area there. So,
Yeah, that Noggle.
Brian.
Yep, this is his area.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
I mean, usually it's a pretty good turnout for them. I know last year, some of them had a few wild rides here. I actually got video of them too.
Oh, you video, so I can stay home. I don't have to come up there then.
Hey, if you would have gave me a camera, I would have videoed for tomorrow night.
Oh, don't give me no ideas.
I'll meet
I
you
can make it
halfway.
happen. I can make it happen.
I ain't doing anything tomorrow night. I'm just watching, helping out.
Ooh. Well, I will be up in York early, before lunch tomorrow, but that's okay.
I got to work 5 hours tomorrow, and then I'm done the rest of the week. Tomorrow's
Joey,
a half day.
I've seen you at a truck and tractor pull. You do not have time to stand behind a video camera. Trust me.
I don't know. Tonight and tomorrow night are my 2 relaxing nights.
Okay. Well, I'll be hollering I'll make sure Friday night when I'm starting line flagging and carrying on, I'll be screaming and hollering for you. I'll keep you busy.
All right. But I guess I can go over. I mean, since everyone basically knows Friday night show is the whole East Coast show and what classes are going on, I can do a little detail about Saturday night too.
Yeah, you have some like the Light Pro Super Farm and Mod Turbo, even though they're going to be, I guess, separate in how they finish or their payouts or whatever. But you're going to run that whole deal together.
Yeah. The Mod Turbo class is now going to be combined. It'll be Mod Turbo, Light Pro, and Super Farms all together. But the Mod Turbos will have their own payout, and the Light Pro Super Farm will have their own payout. But it's a combined class.
That's going to be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
And I don't know how the time will be for certain pullers, but some pullers may be going from one pool to us, possibly time committing.
Right.
I don't want to give too much away because I don't know if it'll happen or not.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
There's a lot of interest in that class, so it could be bigger than what we expect. Who knows? We'll see.
Yeah,
Do you know what's going to happen for the 10 open class on Saturday night? Anybody traveling in?
Not that I have heard of yet. I know, obviously, this weekend is Rockwell, Iowa, the only Grand National hook of the year. So right. I have a feeling a lot of guys are going out that way. So we'll get the guys who are within PA, Maryland, and New York probably. But we'll see. I know some of the guys actually just found out yesterday or today that the class is for them. But the 10 Open is actually tractors only. So it's not going to be with modifieds or anything. It's just tractors only.
Oh, okay.
So basically, it'll be another pro stock, super stock class all over again, but with extra other stuff in it, with other tractors combined.
Nice.
Okay. So no modified tractors then?
No. The only modified tractors that will be pulling Saturday night are the interstate mods.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then obviously you have the interstate light limiteds, and then our hot stock class, which I was told by Lucas last week that it is a raised purse for the class. He is putting both the Snyder County purse and the interstate purse together and making it a $3,500 purse for the class.
Wow.
Awesome.
So he wants to make it a nice purse and try to pay back pretty far for that class, because obviously I'm already guessing over 20 hooks.
Oh, guaranteed.
Yeah.
So, and I know some of the people were saying there was rumor about paying Pro Farm and Hot Stock separately, but I feel like that'd be very difficult because the majority of those tractors all pull in the same class, both classes. So I feel like it'd be difficult to kind of split that.
Yeah.
Plus, with the only rule being different is the turbo, so you'd have to tech every tractor, and that would be a mess.
Yeah, and there's only 2 tractors that don't fit the rules for pro farm, and they're the local guys around here. So,
Right.
and everyone else in the class is already set up. I've been teching all year pretty much, and they're all set up. They'd have to add a few things to go backwards to.
Mm-hmm.
So, but other than that, I mean, then our farm right now, I'm pretty sure the lineup's going to be for Saturday night. It's going to be farm stock first, our 13,000 farm stock, and then hot stock second, or it'll be light limited second. I don't know what Lucas has decided yet. And then I think it's going to go the mods, then the light pro super farm mod turbo class, then the 10 open. Should be something how last year went about.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just looking over Friday night. It's hard to say. But I think sometimes we've actually ran semis first there before. Super pros. I think we run super pros there usually first.
I think last year it went modified 4-wheel drives first, then the super pros, then I think it went 2-wheel drives. Then
you're right. Yeah.
Then the pro stock diesel, then semis.
You have a very good memory.
I try.
Enjoy it now. It'll disappear. Trust me.
Well, me, DJ, and Brian Yoder were talking earlier. We're trying to remember who was operating the sleds last year during this time. And I said to Brian, I was like, you were here Friday night because I remember when you popped your tire off the front of the sled.
I was going to say, which night did the sled break and they had to go and get the other sled?
Clint had to go all the way back to his house to get the sled.
Yep. I remember that. I couldn't remember if it was East Coast night or interstate night, but I remember it happening.
Yeah, it was Friday night there that he was coming up onto the track and it just popped off.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I'm sitting here thinking, what are they talking about? Yes.
I know.
I remember.
For some reason, remember a lot. And then other people are like, how do you remember that stuff? We're like, what are you even talking about?
Yep. Yes, Tanner. 4-wheel drives are first last year.
I already beat him to that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, he's got to get his 2 cents in. He hasn't been around here for a while, so he's going to try to be a know-it-all.
Say he hasn't been around in 4 weeks, and now he just wants to come in and say, "Oh yeah, I know everything."
Oh yeah, you know how youth is.
Yeah.
We're just kidding, Tanner.
Me and him talk sometimes. He said about trying to hit a pool out west sometime. He's like, maybe JR will let me take the camera. We can go film somewhere.
Take and go, man. I don't care. It don't matter to me. I got plenty of them, so.
There's really not too many more pools out west, is there? Rockwell, and that's about all I've really been hearing about.
You got Rockwell, and then you got Shelbyville, Kentucky, 21st and 22nd.
Mm-hmm.
And I forget, I don't know if there's anything 29th or not, because then you got Port Royal, and then the following weekend you got Kempton and us. I mean, once we get to September, we get a little more busier.
Right.
With our series, at least.
September is going to be iffy for me for at least the first 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
But after that, hopefully I can. Actually, I got a message today, or actually yesterday or today. Delta, we're going to have another pool again, and I think he's looking at September 11th to have a pool here at Delta again. So
that's the night we're at Kempton.
Okay, well, figures. Yeah.
Because then after
you're
Kempton,
right.
Kempton's a Friday night, and then we're back to Sealants Grove.
Yeah.
Our place Saturday night.
Well, I mean, they'll have their pool. I'm sure that's they got to look at getting a sled there and everything. So I'm sure that's a date that's open. That's why he sent the message around for that. But I will be in Kempton, so I'm sure that's East Coast night plus you guys and.
Yep.
Yeah.
Has Kempton said anything about changing to a weekend pool, or are they still just doing the one night?
I haven't talked anything. I haven't heard anything yet. I know I want to talk to Kevin this weekend and see what he's thinking, if everything's still the same or what they're doing. I want to double check in on that.
Yeah, he had mentioned that. he had mentioned having a Friday and Saturday, being the Buck canceled, obviously. So it kind of opened, and of course Frederick's done, so that would be a good weekend pool if it were to happen. But I've only heard it one time. Kevin, had just made mention of it, but I haven't heard any more about it. So
it would have been the following weekend, the 18th and 19th, I think.
Yeah. Yep. That's what I had heard. Yeah.
So,
but we'll see him Saturday night. So
you would think at this point something would have been decided. So yeah, we'll definitely have to figure that out this weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
Other than that, after this week, we're done till Port Royal.
What's the date on Port Royal, guys?
That will be September 6th.
Yeah, Sunday. It's a Sunday pool. Yeah.
That answered my question. She has surgery on the 4th, so that answered that for me. Maybe I'll send Tanner up there if he's not busy racing. Mr. Dirt Tracker there.
Yeah. Does he remember how to film? I mean, it's been like 2 months.
Well, I tell you what, he's going to be doing it Friday and Saturday, so I certainly hope so.
I'd film if I wasn't so busy.
Yeah, I know that. Tanner's
You've got another job Friday and Saturday.
Well, if I ain't doing that, I'm doing something else.
Yeah, true.
I'll be somewhere. I like to run around.
Yeah.
I can't stand still.
We had a couple of questions. You do have T-shirts and stuff for sale up there, Joey. I mean, in general, like just for the fair, you have Snyder County stuff as well.
So Friday and Saturday night, we're almost out of Snyder County shirts. We ran in. This is our whatever we have left. We're gonna sell out. We only have a few left, and then we're going to have some of the Pullers T-shirts for sale. I know Matt's going to have his out there of Old Red and Little Stinker. DJ will have his. Matt Dersham. I'm going to talk to a few other guys, and we'll have them set up for Friday and Saturday night to sell.
Great. Okay, good. I'm going to have to try to stop over there because I need some new shirts. So.
And if people need earplugs, I got a box of earplugs.
Okay. Very good.
Is your stand set up at the same place it was for your summer pool, or is it somewhere different?
Right in that direction. It's now on the other side of the food barn, not on the inside of the fair, just straight out about 20 yards.
So when they leave the grandstands, just head over towards the food barn and they'll see you, right?
Yep, basically. We have a little canopy up. It's right beside a manure spreader.
Great place to be.
It's got no manure in it.
Right.
You're lucky I used the good word.
Yeah. The family friendly word.
Yeah. So you're trying to say it's like the word international politely. You know what everybody says about a 13-letter spreader. So.
Yeah.
But no, I've sat up. I had 2 TVs actually set up earlier this week. They were playing pulling videos on and sponsors on. So trying to kind of do a little more advertising.
Cool. Good idea. Yep. Take care of them sponsors, man, because they sure did help you out your first event.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They help you out every event. Don't get me wrong, all year long. But to like you did with that first event, when you rescheduled and came back and had no crowd, wasn't open to spectators. That was a big risk, a big step. And boy, to fare out like you guys did, that was awesome. And obviously the sponsors are the ones to thank for that. So,
me personally, I didn't care too much. I mean, obviously money plays a big role, but I just wanted to pull. I wanted to have a pull for the guys.
Absolutely. Yep.
I feel weird not going that long without something like that.
Yeah.
Especially in the circumstances that we were under. So
once it's in your blood.
Different, but we're in summer now.
Yeah.
Well, Kendra and I had an idea a couple nights ago, just do about a 15 or 20 minute show, and we ended up going like an hour and 20 minutes. And one of the things that was brought up was indoor pools and winter pools. And
Mm-hmm.
man, I tell you, I really got my fingers crossed that this nonsense crap COVID, if we can just kick it, get it out of here, and not have it affect any of the indoor pooling events. Because when you start talking about indoors versus outdoors in a big crowd, if there's any mention of COVID-19, you can forget it. It's not going to happen.
Yep.
So we got our fingers crossed that stuff gets better and we can have indoor pools beginning in January. I'm afraid it might be a little tough, but let's hope. Always think positive.
I
told Joey he needs to go to Gordyville one year. He
Oh.
couldn't go last year because he was internationally traveling. But
I tell
if I wasn't, I would have went.
Gordyville is international travel in itself.
I tell everybody, once in your lifetime, you got to go to Louisville. Even if it's just once, go to Louisville one time, Gordyville, and Keystone, obviously. And of course, that's close to home. We all go to Keystone, and I'm telling you, Murfreesboro, Tennessee, is a very nice building, very nice venue, and it's a good show run by good people. So, any of those pools, man, put them on your to-do list in the future.
Mm-hmm.
I've already been to Louisville, so that one's checked.
Yeah.
So my next one's Bowling Green.
Bowling Green, oh yeah, that's definitely. I figured you was already there.
This was the year to go because Center Hall canceled. Well, then Bowling Green canceled, so it's hard for me to go because Center Hall pools our classes the weekend of Bowling Green, which in a way sucks for me.
Yeah.
So I can't go.
Okay. Yeah, that's a heck of a pool, man. Whew. That is a lot to take in out there. Good time though.
Yeah,
for sure. Very good time. But
maybe one of these years. Who knows?
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe I'll get rich and have a big pulling tractor, and I'll go out there and pull someday. Who knows?
Yeah, wish in one hand and you know what in the other. Good luck, buddy. It's an expensive.
Well, sadly, I ain't getting the wish, so
Yeah.
it's gonna be the other hand.
Well, you're always taking off too much to go tractor pulling. I don't know how you're ever gonna get rich.
I just like to be the cool promoter. That's all. I like promoting and being a promoter more than actually even pulling myself, to be honest.
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah.
I like to make sure everything goes smoothly and have a
cheaper.
Good show. So
it's a whole lot cheaper. That.
Yeah.
I find it fun, so that's, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's what the pulling world needs.
Yeah, definitely. You can have a promoter, but you got to have a promoter that's, you know what I'm saying, focused, oriented to make the pool for the pullers and the fans.
Mm-hmm.
It's one thing to just say, all right, let's go have a pool, but it's another thing, to do like what you're doing now, Joey. You guys are doing. You focus and it's, as they say, for the pullers by the pullers. That's the best pool you can really have, I think.
Yeah.
Personally.
Whenever everyone's always like, well, how much do you make doing this? Because you do it. You seem to be doing it like a full-time job. I'm like, I treat it like a full-time job, but I earn nada.
That's correct. Yep. There's nobody, I mean, it's basically, what would you call, it's volunteer, really. You got to have a love for the sport,
I mean, I'm not in it for the money. I could care less about that. I'd do this as a full-time job for nothing. That's how much I love pulling.
That's
I'd
great.
Do it every night.
That's good. We'll keep you in mind.
Yeah.
Definitely keep you in mind. So what else is going on there, Joey? I mean, is there anything else to talk about there at Laurelton, or how's the food? The food pretty good there? What kind of food do we have there? I'm sure, people always ask what kind of food. I know it's Packers concessions, and I'm sure there's Packers a couple others. So.
Packers got all of his stands here. My favorite one is the milkshake stand. I've already gotten 3 this week.
True.
Milkshake stand is good there. Yep.
Only milkshakes I get are tea berry and peanut butter.
Well, I can. Yeah, you said the magic 2 words when you said peanut butter for me, so my diet's in trouble when I get there. I love peanut butter.
Then you got the Mr. Stickies, and you got Gunsies, hot sausage stand, and Well, there's a new stand this year. It's DJ and Haley were telling me about it. It's a hot dog stand, and there's a hot dog named the Donut Hot Dog.
Yes.
Never heard of it. I don't know what it's like. I have to go try it because they said they tried it and it was really good. Apparently,
So
it's
is
a donut.
it a hot dog on a donut?
That you would. So this is how they put it to me. They were like, "You think a hot dog would go through the middle of the donut, and that's what you'd call a hot dog donut."
Uh-huh.
But I don't know. They said it's a donut with a hot dog and jalapeno cream cheese or something like that.
What?
So I'm very confused by what they're trying to tell me. So I have to go see it for myself.
I'll pass.
I'll
take your word for it. Wow.
I get the same things every night: milkshake and a hot cheesesteak.
Oh yeah. Now what you got to do is you got to go to Mr. Sticky's. Dale Forrester taught me this. You go to Mr. Sticky's and get a cinnamon roll, and then you walk over to the ice cream stand and get a scoop of ice cream and put it on top.
There you go.
That's money right there.
You bet. You bet. On a hot summer evening, you bet.
Yep, I'll do that over the hot dog with the jalapenos and their nuts.
Yeah, you killed it when you said jalapenos for me, man.
Yeah, I'm like,
No, thank you.
Well, I was even asking a few other guys. I was asking DJ this. I was like, so how many vendors didn't come this year? He's like, there's only maybe one or two guys that didn't show up. Everyone who's usually here came this year, even with the circumstances.
Okay.
Good deal.
Yeah.
So.
Excellent. Okay.
Figured I'd put that out there for the people to know.
Business as usual at the Union County West End Fair. That's what we like to see.
Very fortunate, too. That's great. I guess you guys really in the state of Pennsylvania are the first fair to go on, I guess?
I think so, because I haven't heard of anything else.
So I'd say at least the first one here locally, like in the central Pennsylvania region.
Yeah. I talked to somebody, I can't remember who it was, said that there was like 5 that's scheduled so far that have not been canceled in the state. Something like that.
And three of them are in this area. You got Union County West End, the Beaver Fair, and Juniata County Fair.
Okay. I hear tractors in the background.
Oh, I bet you can tell me what kind that was.
Yep, 2-cylinder John Deere, right? Yeah, man. I'm surprised Tanner wasn't all over that.
I know. Dennis was saying earlier that the reason why, obviously, they have wanted nothing to do with canceling. They wanted to do this because not only to have the fair, but they wanted to do it for even all the people like 4-H people, all of those guys who have raised the animals and have been raising all year long, and they didn't want it to come to the end of the year, come to this time of the year, and they did all that work for nothing.
Right.
So I know he said before, a lot of this was also for the kids of the community. So
yeah. We sit here and we talk about truck and tractor pulling and stuff like that. But then you start thinking about what really goes on at these fairs with 4-H and the youth, livestock, and everything, and that's the real reason behind it, And I'm glad that they stuck to their guns and made it happen because I know here in our state, nothing. I mean, just nothing. Everything's gone fair wise, and it's a big letdown for a lot of the youth, the farming youth, agricultural youth, and that's good. I'm glad that they stuck to their guns up there. That's good.
Speaking of the 4-H youth, I saw a picture on Facebook floating around of 2 pigs named after a couple tractors in the Pro Farm Hot Stock class.
Yeah, we had.
I walked around the other night and I saw that too.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I actually really got a kick out of the toxic.
Yeah.
That was comical. Why would you name a pig toxic?
Yeah, somebody just put in the live chat there that Somerset County Fair is still a go as well.
Yeah, Chad. Yeah, thanks for that information, Chad. That's good. Very good. Hopefully there'll be more. Maybe that was one of the 5. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah. I don't remember what all they were, but I know there was 5. So that's great.
If I could zoom in and out on my camera on here, maybe you could see who's pulling right now.
Flip her around and give her a try.
I'll see what I can do. No, I can't zoom in.
Okay.
But this mister will be pulling Saturday night.
It's hard to see. I
His
can't.
last name starts with a W.
Starts with a W.
W. They like yellow tractors.
Oh, Woolivers.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
It's actually Tyler. They have 2 Olivers here tonight, so they
Nice.
pull antique Olivers, but then they pull hot cases.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, I would imagine some of the grandkids will be climbing on them soon to pull, won't they? If they're not already, the one.
I think the one pulls a little bit here and there.
Yeah.
When he's allowed.
Right.
But here at the fair, you have to be 14 to pull. So.
Okay.
No, I think it's 14 or 16. One of the two. I forget, to be honest.
Okay.
I'm too old now to remember because I don't have to worry about that.
Well, if you're too old, then I won't even think about age. Give me a break. That's great. Well, Joey, sounds good, man. I'm looking forward to coming up there. We'll be leaving here Friday morning and heading your way. I was actually going to come up tomorrow, but I got some other stuff that's come up, but definitely Friday and Saturday for sure. So.
Well, I plan on being here early Friday to, like I said, to help out Lucas with getting guys here and ready to go. And obviously, I'll be here all day Saturday. So
yeah, I won't drive in. I'm just going to park across the street in that island of grass there, and that way I know I'm out of the way. So that's not a problem.
It's crazy to think we're already halfway through. So
yeah, it goes fast. It does go fast, don't it?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, that's good. I'm just, thankfully the weather's working out for you, and boy, it could have really been a mess a few miles to the east. If you guys were a few miles more east, you might have been in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a quick mover. That's good. Run down the classes or anything, but just let us know what clubs are pulling, what day, and when they start, real quick.
So obviously tomorrow night, I'll just go ahead and say the classes for tomorrow.
That's
night.
fine.
I mean, tomorrow night, Thursday, start time is 6:30 with some more light farm tractor classes, and then the interstate mini mods and small blocks. And then Friday night start time is 7 p.m. with the East Coast series. And then Saturday morning, they have the heavy pace tractor starting at 10. And then Saturday night, starting at 6:30, we have a combination of Snyder County classes and interstate classes.
Good. So, you know what the scenario is, folks. Gather up the family and get on out to Union County West End Fair, man, for a good old hoedown of truck and tractor pulling every night. It's would you say it's $5 to get in?
$5 a person.
It gets you stage entertainment, it gets you everything. It gets you tractor pulling, it gets you stage entertainment, it gets you the whole fair. So, man, $5 a person, you can't beat that. So, you won't. I guarantee you, you won't see a truck and tractor pull for $5 a person. So,
and are they still doing the coupons when you come in the gate?
I believe so. Honestly, I don't even know. I just get a weekend pass. So.
Yeah, so when you factor that in, they have a couple of $1 off coupons for like French fries and ice cream and stuff like that, so it's even cheaper.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like $1 off here on French fries or $1 off on a hot sausage or something like that.
Yeah.
Where are those available,
so you can
Kendra?
get a cheaper supper.
Are they available at the gate, you're saying, or?
Yeah, so like when you hand them your $5, that's your ticket in, and then it has little like $1 off coupons.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Great. There you go, folks. No excuse. It's not that far of a drive. What's the address there? Do you know off the top of your head there, Joey?
I think it's 1111.
State Route 35. I'm
right
trying to
off.
remember.
It's 11. I think it's
I stumped
1111
them.
Fairgrounds Road, Laurelton, PA.
That sound, yeah, 1111 Fairground Road. Yep, that sounds about right.
That's-
Just Fairground Road, Laurelton, Pennsylvania. There's a couple towns actually right there. I've seen it called, was it Millmont? I think as well.
Yeah, Millmont, and there's Laurelton,
Hartlesburg. It's all kind of
Harleton, I think is one of them.
yeah, nestled in together there.
Just we're right behind Boomerangs, off of 35, I think.
I always tell people you take 104 till you get to the ice cream stand, take a left, go to the bar, and make another left, and you're there.
There you go.
Very important stops on the way there.
Fairground Road, yeah.
Depends on which way you're going.
Yeah.
This is true. If you're coming from 15 or up 104, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Those
But
directions
I think
will
a
work.
lot of guys will be coming up 15 Friday night, so
Yeah.
Saturday night.
Yeah. Oh, the guys that are coming, yeah. I mean, they know the way. I'm just talking about people that want to get out of the house, bring their family,
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
see some good shows.
I
and
know.
Stuff, so.
I know. DJ was telling me earlier last week that he had a few people messaging from hours away wanting to come support the fair. I know he said he even had people from was it like Washington D.C. or something like that. They were heavy fair people and they really love supporting fairs and stuff. So
Great.
I don't know. We'll see if they come or not.
Yeah, and I guarantee, yeah, because I know that area is shut down all around there.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So, yeah, that's bad. That ain't nothing happening down around that way. So they're playing sports, but there's no crowds, and it's just.
Mm-hmm.
I want it all to end, get back to normal life.
Don't we all?
Yeah, wishful thinking, I guess. But anyway, okay. I mean, we won't keep you any longer, Joey, and we got some other stuff to go over here, and I hear another 2-cylinder John Deere running.
Oh yeah, and it's getting hot in here. I got all the windows and everything closed, trying to block out the sound.
Yeah.
It's getting sweaty.
Go get an ice cream.
I'm thinking about it.
Absolutely.
I was actually gonna go we're going for ice cream. Me and DJ were going for ice cream, and I was like, well, I guess it's time to go get ready.
Well, that's good. So, yeah, you get out and get cooled down, go get an ice cream. We're going to go ahead and move on here, and we'll see you in a couple of days, buddy.
Yep, we'll see you guys Friday.
Absolutely.
Yep, see you Friday, Joey.
Take care, my friend.
You too.
All right. He can stick around or go. I'm sure he wants to go if he's sitting in a hot tractor.
Yeah.
He hung around longer than I thought he would. That's great. But, well, let's see. We got, what was that place? Mont Alto. Mont Alto, Pennsylvania. We had a great pull. My first time there, and I really enjoyed it. Great facility. Not too far to get to. It's another one of them places. It's, I can almost get, it's funny, I can almost get to Laurelton as quick as I can Mont Alto, believe it or not, because it's further west. But
yeah, Mont Alto is a little bit off the beaten path as well. So
yeah, we had a good time. Had a good turnout of pullers. Very, very impressive turnout of pullers. We did get rained out after we got I believe it was the heavy farm stock. I forget what the weight is. Farm stock tractors had started, as well as the big block mini tractors. We're about.
Yeah, it was the 13.5 farm stock.
Okay, it was about three vehicles deep, 3 or 4 vehicles deep in each one, and Mother Nature said that was enough. But prior to that, I think we pulled like 8 classes, if I'm not mistaken. And
yes, so it would have been 4 on each track. So yep.
I do know, all said and done, when I shut the camera down, came home, put the chip in the computer, I had, I think, 93 clips. So it was a lot of hooks. A lot of hooks. Yeah, that was pretty good. So, well, Miss Interstate, I'll just turn it over to you. I'm not going to say any more. I'm not going to make any more comments.
Well, I actually do not have the results sheets in front of me. Do you still have them?
I have the original manuscripts right here.
My
chicken scratch.
Yeah, because I was just thinking that when we were talking to Joy, I was like, Lisa didn't send me the results. She only sent them to JR.
Yeah, I got a couple. I actually had all of them, but a couple of them I was missing. I wasn't sure about a couple names, especially the 9500 farm stock class, which really kind of was them and the 10,000-pound Pro Farm were the first. We actually ran side by sides, two different sleds. One side of the track would run, they would groom it, while the other side was getting ready to go. Works really well. I really like that setup. It's really, like I said, it seemed like in no time we had 90-some.
Yeah.
There was a couple of rehooks. I'd say 88 entries at least had ran at least their first time, so that's pretty good.
And I think it was all in about 4 hours, wasn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't long at all, because we got home in a decent hour. And it poured.
Yeah, I think we started loading up around 9:30. Yeah. Or no, we might have even been done loading by 9:30. So
it wasn't raining there, but we got real close to Gettysburg, and I mean we were going maybe 20 mile an hour. We couldn't see. It was raining that hard. It was crazy. But I'll give you the top three. We had let's see, how many did we have? We had 12 in the 9,500 farm stock class, and the eventual winner was Jake Myers with his John Deere. He was first at 259.02. Second was Terry Moore on a red tractor. I can't remember what model. I'm sorry. It's 249.49. And in the top three, Jake Mummert with a John Deere as well was at 247.33. We'll do the top five. What the heck? Fourth was Dylan Zimmerman with a Ford, and he was at 241.44. And fifth was Brady Kaufman at 239.74. Like I said, it was 12 tractors. All of them run pretty good. Just unfortunately, I'd like to really have seen the heavier class run too, but it got rained out. The 10 Pro Farm, we had, looks like 6 tractors did show up for that. And the winner was Dwayne Sires with the blue trifecta at 328.95. Second was local guy, we'll call him local, Ivan Hissong with the limestone binder at 321.11. Third was Randall Young with double trouble at 317.83. Fourth, Bobby Shipe, good old Bobby, with the old blue tractor, old Ford, at 314.45. Fifth was Adam House with the Virginian at 313.01. And Steve Lazier, there's a name that used to be around the Hot Farm, then went over and jumped into the Pro Farm ranks, and I guess sat out a little while. Now they're back running again. Finished sixth at 301.57. So tractor looks good. They took the wrap off of it. I don't think it has a name right now. I don't know, but man, it's really cleaned up nice. Looks really good. Nice tractor.
See, I don't think they ever named it. At least on the interstate side, once they took the wrap off. I'm trying to think.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I always think they just registered as the John Deere 40. Is it 4320 maybe?
Something like that. Yeah. I
tell you what, I'll brag on Ivan a little bit. I don't know if he's listening tonight, but he had some issues there at Two Top. I know he was having his pump worked on, and he was tickled pink when I saw him up there after his run. So I'm pretty proud of him. Good job, Ivan.
Yeah, absolutely. He come over and had a couple words. It's hard for me, if especially when you're doing a two track deal there, or two sled deal. I hate not being able to turn around and talk to somebody, but I try to talk as much as I can. But if you're not turned back around on that camera, and I'll be posting the farm stock, the 9,500 farm stock video soon on our YouTube channel, and you'll see a lot of tractors got started into their run by the time I got the distance right down for the other side of the track. And then got the camera spun around and zoomed in. Bam! I had to go right into record, and they were already moving. So, I mean, which is good. I mean, it kept the pace of the show up. And then there's a couple times people talk to you, and I understand. I don't get upset about it too much. I don't. And people like to talk. I love to talk to people, but sometimes you have to turn around and go to work. I hate to do that to people.
Some girl come up and try to get bumper stickers from you. I mean,
yeah. I'm glad she wasn't mad at me. At least she didn't throw no rods at me or nothing. So that's okay.
Yeah, just threw a rod at you later that night. No big deal.
She tried, but she missed. But anyway, 7,800-pound modified. We'll cover that class next. I'm going to try to pronounce. I know her, and I've never really had to pronounce her name. I'm going to say Chandra Blizzard.
Shanda. Yep.
Shanda.
Okay. Blizzard.
Shanda Blizzard with the unaffordable took the win. Is that the first time she's ever won, or?
It was. She posted it on Facebook this week. That was her first win.
Good job,
congratulations to her.
Good job. She took the win at 3:16.51. Second place was Andy Forrester with the Boss 9 at 3:16.45. And I remember these tractor names. I don't have them written down, just the pullers. So.
Andy is Boss 9.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah.
Okay. I
Listen
thought you were
to me.
So are you gonna quiz me?
No, no. I know better. I know better than to quiz you on interstate pullers. Believe me. Third was Mark Culberson with Sparky at 3:14.33. Fourth was Ian Ericker with Unstable at 3:12.91. Fifth was Ricky Blizzard with the Barely Affordable modified at 3:09.19. And Ricky's brother was standing down the trackside there saying that he bet Ricky $20 that she was going to beat him or whatever. And he said, yeah, right. Well, guess what? He won his $20, didn't he? That's quite comical.
Yeah.
Tom Kennedy was sixth with the Old Reliable. That's a tractor name I don't know because I used to watch that tractor when I was a young kid when Jeff Franzen ran that chassis. Long time ago. But he was sixth at 3:05.47. Seventh was Nelson Egoff with Tinker Toy at 3:02.49. And eighth was John Foley with the Magic Touch modified at 300.57. So nice little class of modifieds there.
Mm-hmm.
So you got the small block minis covered. You got the results in front of you.
No, I do not.
I do. I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say, I am very unprepared for this tonight.
Now I got a lot of chicken scratch on this. This was a large class, so
yeah,
I'll try to get through this. John Sutton with Bear Tracks, and I've been watching a lot of these guys for many years pull, and John Sutton, man, is that guy? He's really done a lot of work on that tractor. Spent some money. That thing really, really runs a lot better than I've ever seen it run. I was very impressed with
I think it was last year or 2 years ago. He really got that thing figured out.
Man.
And don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure he won the points last year for that class. Okay. So
yeah, he ended up taking the win at 3:30.68 with Bear Tracks, and man, I'm telling you, that thing really runs good, John. You're on top of the game right now, buddy. Second was Jackie Booth with the Adjusted Joker, and some of these tractors I don't really recall seeing too often. He was second at 3:25.84. Third was Robbie O'Donnell with Godzilla. That's another tractor I was impressed with the run they had Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think really sounded stout, really run good. They were third at 3:20.93. Fourth was a Maryland guy, Stephen Goodwin, at 3:13.71. That's a new tractor, and he's from down here in Ellicott City, Maryland. He's probably about an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes away from me, somewhere around there. But he's down in that flood town, as we call it up here. I know they've had some pretty massive floods down there. Yeah. I don't know exactly where he's located down there, but it's good to see a Maryland boy in the hunt up there in the modified minis. And fifth was Ray McCracken with a whole lot of stupid, his tractor's called, at 3:03.52. But what I took note of is how it was worded on his tractor, and I'm just going to leave it at that. So
yeah,
it's interesting.
Yep, I noticed that too.
It's pretty slick. Sixth was Matt Wishar with the Dirt Demon at 282.11. Seventh was Tim Ray with the Wicked Sensation at 281.36. Eighth was Anthony Ebner with Freedom Isn't Free at 277.14. Let's see. Ninth was Adam Brown with the Oliver Express at 256.97. 10th was John Graham. Overthought's the name of his tractor. So I thought I didn't write it down, but I did. On this one, 253.69. 11th was Leroy Durf with Wildfire at 230.65. And that was the 11 tractors that were in the class that ran for points. Then there was 3 exhibition tractors that ran once the class was done. The first exhibition tractor was Garrett Watts with the tractor called Royal Mess at 366.53. He had the longest pull pretty much of the night, I do believe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and, I think of the night.
Old Paul Gogg was also there with, I love the name of his tractor, Medicare Maniac. If you know Paul, it's funny. But anyway, it's 343.72 in his exhibition run. That's a big block tractor. And David Kilby with Paycheck Hooker was 315.25 is another exhibition. And I was telling Brian, they actually had his name wrong. They called him Paul Gang. It's Paul Gog. But Paul used to run a triple Chevy, naturally aspirated Chevy modified with us for several years called Tony's Pony. And
oh, okay.
Yeah.
I remember the name of that tractor.
So
yep.
Paul Gog, he's been around the sport a long time. And that's a good running tractor he has there. That Medicare Maniac. That's a pretty cool name. But
I will say, I was back in the, I guess you'd call it the staging area at the starting line during that class. And there was a couple tractors that had a pretty wild run. And I was standing there, I believe it was me and Jason Weichel or Winky and a couple other people. And I forget who it was, but somebody went up there and literally was sitting sideways on the track and then kept going, kept pulling. And we said, only in the mini rod class can you have a tractor go completely sideways. And he still ended up like top 5 or 7 or something.
Yeah, I just edited that class. I actually posted it. It's on our YouTube channel now. I posted that late morning. I think it was about 11 o'clock or so. It got posted. So it's on there. A couple of them got squirrely. But
yeah,
go
it's
check it out.
actually showing up like on my up next, and you titled it appropriately, Wild Small Block Modified Minis.
Absolutely. Yeah, they're always
fun to watch though.
Yeah, they are. Light Limited turbo tractor, 7,700 pound. Almost got another win, but Matt Smith with Fast Forward took the win. No surprise. 329.64. Always a smooth driver, always a smooth runner. Matt Smith is usually the one to beat in the class, but that guy finished second place has been on one hell of a roll this year, pardon my language.
He has.
Jason, whatever you call him, Winky, Weichel.
Winky Weichel.
Winky Weichel. Anyway, he finished second, and he was at 326.51. Third, Mike Thomas with the Steel in Time International at 324.13. Farmall, whatever. It's a 706, I believe. But that tractor's starting to get dialed in, I do believe.
It is.
And I tell you what, him and his dad, and I don't want to talk bad about it, they struggled for several years with a Ford Charger Super, the Virginia Crow. They did a lot of work on that thing, and I know it's frustrating. But and then Mike built this tractor, and he really doesn't have a whole lot of hooks on it, and that's really coming around quite nice. So I'm really happy for those guys.
Say, did he debut last year or the year before?
I am
think
not
so.
sure.
The end of 2018.
It might be. I'm not sure.
I think I just saw him once or twice at the end of 2018 and then last year.
It could be. I'm not sure. Like I say, unfortunately, I haven't been around the interstate that much until this year, but hopefully we get to spread the wings and come around a little more often, hopefully in 2021. So Mark Smith was fourth at 322.34, and I guess we'll never get a name for that tractor, will we? I know there's been some names that's
there's been some nicknames for the tractor, but I don't think it'll ever be officially named.
Yeah, it's a clean looking ride. I don't blame him I wouldn't want to letter it up either. So, but fifth was Shane Scott at 321.90. Sixth was Ben Flaherty Jr. With the Smoking Red International at 320.38. Seventh, Ben Hoke had a nice run with the Eagle Light at 314.22. And Perrin Bean, man, Perrin just keeps coming north. Just about every time we got a light limited hook, and light limited turbo, and with the all about that Alice tractor, Alice Chalmers 321 was eighth at 305.07. So Hot Farm, we had 5 tractors on hand, and Adam House with the Blue Boss took the win at 309.13. No surprise there. Adam's getting very used to that number 1 spot. Second was Donnie Gokenauer with the Merkin Man Blues at 308.10. I feel like Brian Yeager here doing these rundowns.
Yeah.
Third, Marshall Beidel.
Yep.
Yep, with Marshall Law was at 305.86. Good name Considering his first name is Marshall, I like the name of his tractor.
Yeah.
And fourth was Adam House with the Ford 9000. It's not named that I know of. It's 30165. And I think fifth, I thought I heard the name Mark Lawson. Am I correct on that?
Yes. And that tractor was just put together. I'm not sure if he is the owner or just the driver.
Okay.
But I do know they're still working the bugs out on that one.
Well, he was at 291.99, so he didn't have too awful bad of a run at all. So, small block 4x4 trucks. We had a nice little class of them, 9 trucks, and no surprise, Denny Stoner with Making Tracks took the win at 3:54.49. Pops is showing him how to get it done there. So. Austin Stoner with the Analyze This was second at 3:46.08, and third was Jared Stoner. We'll just call it the Silver Ford. I don't think they really have a name for the truck yet at 3:45.46. So 1, 2, 3 finished for the Stoners. Fourth was Brandon Varner with the Mountain Maniac Chevy at 3:38.87. Fifth was Denny Shives with the Alcohol Abuse truck at 3:34.80. Sixth was Travis Utzi with the Stomper at 3:29.48. Seventh was Sam Hassler with the Junkyard Dog at 3:18.96. Eighth was Tyler Shives with the Bootlegger at 2:90.16. And Chris Utzi was ninth with the One Bad Bow Tie at 2:84.71. Seemed to have a little bit of problem on his first run. He did come back and make an exhibition run and go 3:18.54 on the second attempt. So,
So yeah, I saw him back there wrenching on it. I didn't catch what was wrong. I know smoky tractor engines, as they call them. So I don't really know a lot about those, the noisy stuff.
The noisy stuff.
Yeah.
Then the last full class we got in was the 8,500-pound mod turbo. How far should I go into this class, young lady? Okay, I just figured.
Where's my helmet?
Jason Forrester, good old Papa Smurf, took the win at 3:06.76. Steve Beckley, also close at 3:03.99. And third was Jimmy Williams with Cadillac Red at 3:03.38. Let's see. Fourth was Adam House with Black and Blue at 3:02.76. Fifth was Kyle Grove with the Antrim Tantrum at 3:01.60. Sixth was Nathan Graham with the Billet Blue New Holland at 2:96.80. Seventh was Adam House's other tractor, the Blue Unit, at 2:94.32. And Nathan Graham was eighth with the Blue Reaper at 2:94.09. Tommy Williams of Firestorm was ninth at 2:93. I can't read my writing. 95. 2:93.95. 10th, was Jimmy Williams with Green Max at 2:91.95. 11th was Guy Gokenauer at 2:89.74 with the Stress Test International. Was there anybody else that pulled that night?
There was. Just one.
12th was the Z Mistress tractor driven by Kendra Barnhart, and she went 280.83. That's a tractor she has won before with, but unfortunately.
Somebody asked me earlier this week, they said, what was more frustrating, braking on the line or braking at 280 feet? And I said, braking at 280 feet.
Yeah.
Because you're like, you're just starting to get your confidence, like, man, I'm really going, and then done. At least when you're on the line, there's really nothing you can do. Right. But
yeah. Yeah, it sucks that it happened, but it happens. It's just, it happens.
Yeah, and I don't think I said this on Monday night. Monday night we were on here. When I called Vern, he was very understanding. He's great. He knows it happens. Mm-hmm. And the first time I called him, it was right after it happened, and he's like, "All right, I'm at the races. I'll talk to you later." Like, okay, bye. And then I sent him a couple pictures, and he called me later that night after I'd gotten home and, settled down, and all he says was, I didn't know you could break a billet rod.
I remember you saying that, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, never met a challenge I couldn't meet,
There you go.
So
So
yeah, he's very understanding. So
I have to start calling it the Z$6 million tractor after it's rebuilt.
yeah.
Build it bigger, better, and stronger. So
Yeah.
but,
In my defense, I do think that's one of his, the oldest blocks that he had. It's been in a couple different tractors. So
okay.
I'm going to say that it wasn't entirely my fault. So
How do you know when something's going to come apart inside? And it isn't like you really turned the tractor too hard, I don't think.
yeah.
When he left the line. So, it's.
Yeah, and
It just happens.
it does. There was one year, that's probably been 5 or 6 years ago now. No, maybe just 5. He threw a rod up at Union County West End Fair. Same exact thing. I walked up and there laid a rod right there on the ground.
Yep.
And then the starting flagman looked at me and he's like, "Are you going to pick that up?" And I'm like, "No." I'm like, "That thing is hot."
Yeah.
So,
I think he was testing you.
yeah. I'm like, yeah. You couldn't get me to touch that.
Yeah.
So,
Davey B, our I'm going to call him our number one chat room guy.
Yeah.
He follows us every show, man. We really appreciate that, Davey. He's asking you, so what was the analysis? Rod failure. Obviously.
So that is what we're thinking as of now. I have actually not gotten the tractor up to burn yet. He's worked the hospital for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday till 11 o'clock. So I'm hoping to get it up to him tomorrow. But Josh Martin was actually there, and he and Brandy and I are pretty good friends, and he walked over, and his analysis was I spun a rod bearing and it just came apart. So I'd say he's a pretty good one to judge. So.
Oh. Yeah, Josh has had some pretty big breakage in his career, and that's not saying anything bad about him. I mean, I've seen tractors come apart, and I've seen blocks blow apart, but that deal that happened to him on Dairy Deer at Gordyville several years back.
Yeah.
I mean, that was freaking scary. That was some nasty stuff, man. So, yeah, I mean, people, I know they say it's all a part of pulling, but you really hate it. Anything to happen to anybody. Anything's, just, it happens, So.
Yeah, well, even looking at Keystone, some of the blow parts we've had there, Sidewinder that one year.
Oh my, yeah.
Took out his engine and transmission on the track, man. Shoo.
Chassis.
Yeah.
I think he had to go home and build a whole new tractor, my understanding.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And Tommy Beggar's another one.
I think he started completely over.
He did. Tommy Beggar, he didn't have a choice, He was still in an ag chassis tractor, and he had a major explosion at Bloomsburg, end of the year in October. And he basically went home with nothing. The tractor was broken half, and really nothing salvageable. It was junk, So got a good one now. I mean, he had to, unfortunately, I'm sure he had plans. He was going to build a component chassis, but he didn't have
his
a choice.
His plans were just fast tracked.
Yeah, pretty much. But, and of course, now we probably won't see him this Friday because he had catastrophic failure at our last pull at Laurelton in the 10 Open class. So unfortunately, I know he's having to rebuild everything, engine wise. He made a lot of junk, so to speak. So unfortunately,
and that's yes, we're running performance parts, but even performance parts,
oh yeah,
are still getting pushed to their limits.
And no warranty. I mean, it's high performance is high performance. You don't get a warranty. So
yeah.
But and we did. Gage Reese did run the last minute semi. He made a exhibition run it. He went 3:46.97, and then they started street trucks, big block mini, and it's really nothing to tell you about. I mean, there was a couple. They ended up resetting the sled after 2 tractors in the big block mini class, and then they got to run 2 more, and the rains came, and that was pretty much it. So We almost got everything in. It would have been those two classes, the 13.5 farm stock, and then after that class would have been the diesel dirt drag, or dirt drag race. I guess diesel trucks is mainly the dirt drag racing stuff. So that was
I think it was
out.
only going to be diesels.
Okay.
I think they did set that.
Do you
that
know,
limit, no gas trucks.
Did you hear roughly how many they had signed up for that drag racing?
I saw the list when I walked over to check on Lisa at the end of the night, and I would say there was between 25 and 30 trucks there to race.
Wow.
So it would have been a good show.
Yeah, that's great.
I mean, we tried our best to get everything in, but Mother Nature, man, she wins every time. So
yeah, you don't in this sport,
mm-hmm.
Once the track gets wet and greasy, you're done. It's very
especially
unsafe.
to run diesel drags on that would have been extremely unsafe. So
just walking on that track, just yourself walking on it is hazardous enough.
Yeah,
it's like ice, man, when it gets wet. So
definitely.
That's and had a good time. It was a good pool, and I'll definitely go back. So
yeah, and like we said Monday, it was one heck of a crowd.
Yeah,
I couldn't believe the amount of people that piled in there. It was great.
Mm-hmm. And I did see some social distancing actually happening.
Yep.
People, sat in their own little groups, and they weren't like shoulder to shoulder in a lot of spots. So, that was pretty good to see. But yes, there was a lot of people there. So, and that's good. I'm glad. These places, like I always preach, these places need it. I mean.
Yep. Exactly.
Especially fire companies, they rely on its fundraisers, and when you take that away from them, it's an expense. I know they get money through the state and stuff, but I mean they need the extra cash, to make their fire company work, basically. And I used to be in a fire company years ago.
I know they're trying to have a gun bonanza there either this weekend, next weekend, sometime here soon.
Right.
But here in Franklin County, man, they're threatening to lock us back down. So.
Well, I tell you, Labor Day weekend, there's a huge gun drawing fundraiser. There's every so many numbers is an ATV. Everything else is a gun or cash at times too. And that's Mount Union Fire Company. And there's an old airport up there that they have it on. I'm talking, 5,000 plus people.
Sure.
Canceled. The drawing will be done online. There will not be any live drawing there. So, and I tell you, they rely on food sales. Of course, you get food with the ticket. As well as beverages. But, you start thinking about strip tickets and 50-50 tickets and other, glass jar tickets they sell and stuff. That's a lot of money. I don't know how you could do that online.
They say tip jars are a great fundraiser for those kind of things.
Well, unfortunately, with not being able to have their show or their drawing, at the airport grounds there, that's going to be a significant loss of money for them. But they're still going to do it online with your tickets if you got a ticket. I do have one. Bo Grove gets us one every year, and it's a great time. I know the guys I go with, they really look forward to that. But unfortunately, this year they'll have to sit home on a computer and watch it that way and listen for their number to get drawn. So
yeah,
that's unfortunate. But anyway, back to Mont Alto. Great time. Good job by Interstate. Really like the way they run in two tracks like that, and they make it work. It really works well. So. But,
that facility is one of the nicer facilities, especially Franklin County gets to go to.
Yeah.
And I think it's really underrated there. Track is usually very consistent throughout the night. 1 year it started to go away from us, but I don't think they had enough moisture in it to begin with. But it was a super hot day. So there's really nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
There's plenty of room. You know what I mean? Nice long track, plenty of runoff room, nice pits. It's always a really good time there.
Well, Tanner, you had your chance, but you went drag racing instead. So, but I know.
Man.
Yeah, he'll be there next time. Well, I understand because usually I have to ask him, where's the next pool? You know,
Yeah.
because this year there's so much stuff going on, and then, you know, so much stuff's canceled, and you got to think, you make plans for something. Oh, wait a minute, there's a pool here, you know, and he's usually the one to tell me. Well, this time the old man said, hey, you're going to Mont Alto. Oh, no, I forgot. And he had promised his buddies he would tow a trailer for him, so. But anyway, to go racing. But anyway, yeah, you definitely want to go, Tanner. It's a very nice place, for sure. And I'll put you to work filming or something. So.
Yeah.
But that's really about all I have for Mont Alto. Interstate, like I say, you did a good job, man. It's been a lot of fun hanging with you guys. That's for sure. It's good to see the old familiar faces, get to talk to them and stuff. So.
And I did get a chance to talk to Deb Summers about Luray.
Okay.
She should have a final yes or no on Tuesday of next week. So hopefully next Wednesday we'll know for sure.
Okay.
The date she's looking at is September 12th. So now I get to choose between Snyder County and Luray.
Well,
so we'll see how that goes.
I got to look at that because I know East Coast is at Kempton, I think, that weekend. Right? If I'm not mistaken. We just talked about it with Joey. I can't remember.
Yeah,
I got to look it up.
Kempton is Friday night, and then Snyder County on Saturday.
Ah, so I can, okay. I have an option on Saturday then.
Yeah, two options on Saturday.
Did you hear that, Tanner?
No plans on the 12th.
You're going one way and I'm going the other, probably.
Yeah.
So, but, Greensboro on the 12th, he's got a good point. Yes, I forgot.
Oh my goodness.
Yep, we have an East Coast hook on the 12th at Greensboro, Maryland. Yep, and I have to be there for that one. I'm pretty sure I work that one too. So, yep.
Thanks for your kind words there, Davey. We try our best.
Yep.
And when does Rockwell start? He said you wouldn't believe how many rigs are here already. I guess they don't pull till tomorrow.
It's 3 days, so yeah, it would be Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I'm assuming. I'm pretty sure it's 3 day pull. Are we correct there, Davey? You can clue us in, buddy. Tell us what's pulling. Yeah. We'll read it off. You feed it to us, and we'll read it off. We don't care. And did you have anything else interstate wise, Kendra?
Nope, that's about it.
Okay.
Interstate wise, we are off after this weekend until Labor Day weekend. So the rest of the month is free and clear, unfortunately. So
okay. I was sent some information for the 2-day Thunder, August 7th and 8th at the Listy Grove. I guess it's called Listy Grove, which is at 404 Village Road in Friedens, Pennsylvania, which is the town of world famous Kevin Landis and the PA Ridge Runner 2-wheel drive. But they will have a live feed available online, I guess, and that's going to be at smokingspeed.com. And they'll pull Friday and Saturday night. And the Friday night classes are the diesel garden tractors, 2.55 diesel, small block street, 2-wheel drive, enhanced gas, big block street, 2.5 diesel, pro street diesel, 4,500 modified trucks, the Listy 10 mile per hour hot tractors, I'm assuming, and the Listy open tractor, or it could be the Listy 10 mile per hour hot Listy open tractor. It might be two different classes. If I got it wrong, I apologize. I'm just going by what's in front of me here. Saturday night, and I'm sorry, Friday night will start at 7 p.m. Saturday they're going to start at 3 p.m. And there'll be a diesel garden tractor again, 2.55 diesel, small block high output, big block high output, 6,500 DOT tire open class, the hot farm tractors, 11.5 non-farm, the 3.0 limited pro diesel, run what you brung. Boy, that in that area of the country, that could be a wild class right there. Run what you brung. And 4,500 modified trucks, street semis, and hot street semis. And I'm sure that is semi-country. That will be one heck of a pair of classes of street of semis to run there. And once again, that's August 7th and 8th, Friday and Saturday. Friday at 7 p.m., Saturday at 3 p.m. And that's the Smoking Speed, Listy Grove Truck and Tractor Pull, and you can find them at on Facebook at Listy Grove, SmokingSpeed.com, SNS Pulling Series, I believe, on Facebook as well. So, and they do have a live feed available if you in that area or wherever, and you can't make it to the pool. And I'm sure that's at SmokingSpeed.com live TV. So, check it out. So there's plenty of pulling this weekend.
Yes, sir. Lots of options.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's a slew of classes there. My goodness gracious.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, if you have a pulling vehicle, there is somewhere for you to go this weekend.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm interested in that Run What You Brung. I those classes. Yeah, I remember the open classes back in the day when I was a younger fella, at the Buck and stuff. Boy, that was cool to see mods and smoker tractors run together. This Run What You Brung deal, I don't know if it's just limited to, I don't know what the rules are there. If I'd have had time, I'd have looked into it more. I apologize. But I can most certainly say if it's everything, that's going to be a pretty cool class.
Yeah, Run What You Brung has the potential to be quite eclectic at times.
Yeah,
so.
two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, diesel four-wheel drive, tractors. I'm assuming, I don't know if they have limitations on it, but usually when you see Run What You Brung, that's what it means.
Run what you brung and hope you brung enough.
Hope you brung enough. Hope you brung some extra rods and stuff too.
Yeah. Maybe a welder to tack your block back together.
Well, I'm glad Yankee was okay to function the rest of the evening. So I didn't get it. I seen him, got to wave to him. I didn't get a chance to talk to him.
He was doing lineup the majority of the night.
Oh, okay. So. Yeah. Yep. I don't get a chance to see him much anymore and talk to him. Davey said they got 4 sessions, and it starts tomorrow night. Okay, 2 on Saturday. So that tells me you got Thursday, Friday, and 2 on Saturday. So that's wow, that's a big show. That's great. Very good.
Yeah, hopefully Davey's back next week to tell us how it went.
Yep. Okay, you hear that, Davey? We expect.
Yeah, we expect a full report next week.
We're gonna put him on the spot.
Go ahead and have it typed up and ready for us.
He doesn't have to do that. I'm sure we can go. I'll go find him online, but I'm sure he can chime in and let us know how things went and if he had a good time. And doggone it, he's not going to be home back east here to help support us at
Laurelton
and wherever. So yeah. So how you doing, Alan? We appreciate you tuning in. Just got a big hi from somebody, Alan Pruss.
Yeah.
But anyway, one thing I haven't mentioned is we appreciate you guys always watching us. I know some of them. Davey B's our biggest fan. We appreciate that. And we'd like to have all of you as our biggest fan. Come and see us. We start at 8 p.m. every Wednesday. Sometimes, like I guess it was Monday, we came on here. We figured we'd have just a quick little 15-minute or 20-minute bleep here and there, and wow, we ended up with an hour and 20 minutes. But we had a good time and had plenty of visitors, and we got some good visitors here tonight. And the chat's always open when we start this thing every Wednesday night. You're welcome to come on, ask questions. Like we've been talking, once the pulling season is over with, we're going to focus on getting some pullers in here to talk with us, and you'll be able to ask them questions. And but right now, we're just trying to get through the COVID stuff and go over pulls and let you know where they're pulling best we can. And everybody's welcome to send their local pool information in. We'll get it announced for you every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Give us a like, click the notifications bell so you're notified. We post videos every day and every day that we can. And we just appreciate the thumbs up. It goes a long way on YouTube and helps us grow. So we appreciate it if you just take a minute and go over and do that for us. And YouTube likes it and we like it. So, Kendra, anything else?
Nope. I think I'm all finished for the night.
Yeah, you had an easy night. That's not going to be so easy next Wednesday.
Yeah. Yeah, Joey took care of most of the chit chat for us tonight.
Wow.
So
we'll have a lot to talk about next Wednesday with East Coast.
I guarantee it.
East Coast this Friday. You got a big show. Actually, I don't know what you'll cover through the week, but definitely Saturday night you'll have plenty to talk about. from Saturday
Yes,
night.
sir.
And maybe Davey will even say, "Hey, guess what happened down in Iowa?" So he can give us some rumors or something we can talk about. But
yeah.
Anyway, we won't hold you any longer. We're at an hour and 30 minutes here, believe it or not. So yeah, time flies. But we appreciate you guys tuning in. If we didn't get your pool one here tonight, we don't know about it. We apologize. That's why we say send us a message, email us, whatever you got to do, and we'll put the information out there for you. So we appreciate you tuning in, and we'll see you next Wednesday at 8 p.m. I'll be right back with you, Kendra.
All right. Sounds good.
Take care, everybody.